everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Benji and this is Keeping It Simple with Benji. This is a YouTube where we have all these things, we bring them here, which are very complicated and seem to be very lengthy, but we make them to be very simple and within short minutes for us to have an understanding of what is happening. So this is my first video and I thought for me to do this first video, let me just do something that I love and something that I love watching. So personally, I love watching travel vloggers, and so this video is really going to concentrate more of the travel vloggers. And basically what I will do is just share with them some of the things that we as fans we need to hear from them and we need to see from them. This is because at some point, whenever we are having a reaction on the keyboard, whenever we are having to type on their videos and commenting, most of the times they will not go through everything that we do, but they might not even be able to read everything that goes around within our comment section. But having a video at least will give them a gist on what exactly that some of us who are the fans we expect to be seeing and to be watching from them. So welcome and let's look together, and maybe after this you can also put your own comment down in the comment section and maybe share with me the feedback and share with me what are some other things that you expect to see from travel vloggers. I want to put a disclaimer on this. This is because I know that while it's your content, it is you who do this content. But again, you've made us believe in you in your content creation. You've made us come to your pages, you've made us subscribe, you've made us be attached to you. And so you being our team, our guy, then again, maybe we can give you feedback, and it's always good to have feedback from your customers or from your fan base for you to understand what usually happens on our minds and how things happen. Number one, I've seen content creators or vloggers having to write come with me to my next destination, and again it stays on suspense until we know. It is okay. It's okay to have it in suspense, but the moment you land in that country, can you at least have a way to help us understand your roadmap? Let us know that, well, we are now in, for example, we are now in Uganda. So in Uganda, I will be traveling to Jinja, I will go to Kampala, I will travel to see River Nile, and so on and so forth. Let's just have a roadmap of some of the things that you think are very important for you to cover within that country. I know these things do change, but again, it is also very important for you at least to just let us know how things will happen. Let us know some of those interesting things that we are looking forward to seeing in your content. To seeing into your content. Well, it's okay to be in suspense, but again, give us highlights. Plans do change and we agree, but it's also good you give us some highlights on what we're expecting to see. Number two, can you kindly, we are asking, can you please be very precise? Can you please be very let it be known on the navigation of the movements. For example, you've landed in a new airport, you are in Doha, for example, so you're supposed to move from this terminal to this terminal. Let us understand that, because I know you people, when you travel, of course you have to do a research and know if at all I'm going to have a transfer or I'm going to have a layover in a certain airport, then again I know I have to know what is the next terminal that I'm going, what is the next gate or terminal, whatever, that I'm going to go into, and how is the movement. Do I have to use train? Do I have to use is it by walking or is it through subway? How do you navigate through this? I think it's very important for you also to highlight that, because most of you, what you usually see is I've landed in Doha, I'm going to my next gate, and you're just on camera and go. And that's basically what we usually see in your first country. Sometimes others don't even document it as much. So I think for us that we are traveling with you, it is important for us also to know that if you're going to come and land in Doha, and this is your first time, then you have to understand that transfers happen like this. You have to consider that you might have a train, you have to have a subway, those kind of navigations. I think it's very important, and less people do that. Very less of you do that. I think it's quite important. We know that when you get to the airport again, and when you're reaching to the new country, whether by bus or at the border or whatever, we understand that number one you do is immigration and so on and so forth. Can we also understand the process of immigration? For example, I know some of you want to monetize this process, which is well and good, and we have no problem with that. But if at all you don't monetize it, then why don't you just tell us, for you as a Kenyan, if you want to travel to this and this country, then you need this, which might cost you around this, maybe the visa. Then again, when you reach there, can you actually have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, there is a video I watched of African Tigress, and I think she really explained things very well when it came to Hong Kong and why Africans were being deported, and why Africans were being deported even when they have all the papers and every necessary document that is for you to enter to Hong Kong. So I think it's important for you to highlight some of these things. And because most of the time we realize when the process is very smooth, we usually see less of you, less of information. We just find you. But the moment things turn haywire, that's when we always see you in camera, or because I'm black, I've been told so and so I cannot enter where they need money. Can we also, even when the process has been seamless, let's understand how the process was and why was it seamless? Because again, it will not going to be seamless for everybody. It's very important. Another thing, let's work with people. Some of us, some of you as the travel vloggers, have become islands. That you are really, and especially when you get to a certain number of subscribers, you're really working with people. I mean, you might even work with someone who has less subscription more than you, but their work is more professional, and their work, when they do their own content, and when they are editing, when they are shooting, I mean, it's something that is, it might not really necessarily be professional, but it's someone who has more skill more than you, even though they have less subscribers. Let's not think like, well, I have more subscribers and friendship on YouTube has become very, very toxic. No, I think it's important. Let's see you people working, and let's see you creating greater content and a stronger content. And it's important. It's important. I know it's your content. I know vlogging might not be so professional, but again, let's at least have you took us to your YouTube. We need to give you some of this feedback that is very important. When you go to a new country, there is kitambo, or there before I used to see some of you doing where the rich people hide. I don't know. The streets, and having a conversation with locals and so on and so forth. It's good, and I find most of you have stopped doing that. Again, let's also know another part of you that have passion, and we can learn about that in that country. For example, if your passion is about real estate, can we see how the real estate is? Can you try to help us understand? If you go to a country, and for example, Dimwango currently is in Spain, and she looks at the building and says, these buildings are so, we don't have those shouting colors, they are very vintage. That's the word she uses, they're very vintage. Let's understand that this is something that you're learning about it, and it's something that you have passion for. So just combine your passions with other things, with your vlogging. At least we can learn 1 or 2, 3 things, because again, we are not just on your YouTube to just see you travel, but we are there to learn. We are there to see a new world. We are there to travel with you virtually. So it is very, very important for you to do so. So basically this is going to be part 1. I'm going to upload another part 2 of this, and I want to give you more feedback on what as your fans are expecting. So let's meet in the other part and we can have more conversation on these things.